The story that we had highlighted earlier, we just want to bring it to the fore. And the nominee for ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Peter Ogego, has dispelled fears that he would face challenges in discharging his duties in the Muslim country. Ogego says Saudi Arabia is a signatory to the Vienna Convention, which bans discrimination based on religion and culture. This comes as a nominee for ambassador to Turkey. Lieutenant General Johnson Ondieki told Parliament that he is unaware of the shortcoming that could have led to his sacking during the tenure as the commander of the UN peacekeeping force in South Sudan back in 2016.
In July 2016, soldiers from President Salva Kiir's Sudan People's Liberation Army (SPLA) engaged in violent confrontation with soldiers allied to Riek Machar, a former deputy to Kiir. November 2016, a special UN investigation report blamed Ondieki, who was the peacekeeping force commander, of lack of leadership and chaotic and ineffective response to the violence in Juba. In a task statement, the Kenyan government said it was dismayed by the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon's decision to sack Ondieki. Kenya said the UN mission suffered from fundamental structural and systematic dysfunctionality and that it was unfair to attribute blame to a single individual. Kenya withdrew its troops from South Sudan. Appearing before the National Assembly's Defense and Foreign Relations Committee, Ondieki said he was unfairly blamed.
In the last mission that you served, you kind of left in a controversial way. Perhaps you can shed some light on that, what actually happened?
Did what we could, protected the base, protected the civilians, extracted people from town. We could not be able to extract everybody.
Ondieki said UN troops under his command rescued 46,000 civilians in Juba.
Up to now, I have never known what was my accusation. I have never known what I did, what I did not do.
Peter Ogego, a career diplomat, has been nominated Kenyan ambassador to Saudi Arabia, a Muslim country that hosts two holy cities, Mecca and Medina. Ogego says he will fully discharge his duties, religious background notwithstanding.
You will be the first one, if approved, to be going to Saudi Arabia as an ambassador, being a non-Muslim. So how do you expect to really execute, knowing that these cities are no-go zones?
That diplomatic relations across time and epochs are governed by the Vienna Convention. The preamble of the Vienna Convention actually recognizes differences in cultures and constitutional orders, including religious belief systems.
Chris Mburu has been nominated ambassador to South Sudan. He worked as a special branch officer, which was later replaced by the National Intelligence Service. Members wanted to know whether he was part of the team that tortured political detainees during the one-party KANU regime in the infamous Nyayo House torture chambers.
When I worked for the special branch, I was working as a desk officer. So I was never involved, Mheshimiwa. It's regrettable that that happened.
Former Ainamoi MP Benjamin Langat has been nominated ambassador to Namibia. He served as chairman of Finance Committee in the 11th Parliament.
You do in order to find Namibia move better than what it is in the South African region?
I'm going to be an ambassador of Kenya, so I will only be working for Kenya in Namibia. So I will only be working to make Kenya better.
For 2 days, the committee vetted 9 individuals nominated for appointment to serve in various missions. Members have retreated to write their report for table Parliament next week. Patrick Amimo, KTN News.